Hello everyone, welcome back to art class. Today we will be learning about an artist named Mary Cassatt. She lived from 1844 to 1826 and was an impressionist painter. Cassatt was born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but lived and worked for most of her life in France. Cassatt was an extremely gifted artist. Her signature style included crisply and precisely outlined figures, and the figures typically dominated the frame, but were surrounded by expansive space. She used the Impressionist color palette of vivid hues, pale tints, and golden light, and shadows tinged with color. Cassatt was also the only American to exhibit with the Impressionists in Paris. Cassatt, like many other female artists of the time, was one of the first advocates for women's rights. She didn't like that women weren't allowed to work, and also that women weren't allowed to be alone with a man unless he was a relation, like her father, brother, or husband. This meant that she was limited in who she could paint. So because of this, her trademark images were portraits of mothers and children. Cassatt became a supporter of women's suffrage. She wanted all women to be able to work and have control over their own livelihood. She is quoted as saying, "After all, give me France," she said. "Women do not have to fight for recognition here if they do serious work." And as Paul Gauguin, another Impressionist artist, observed, "Mary Cassatt has charm, but she also has force." Okay, so now there are two questions for you to answer. The first one, where was Mary Cassatt born? Was it Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, or Dublin, Ireland? If you said Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, you would be correct. Second question, what was her main subject matter? Was it mothers and children or landscapes? If you said mothers and children, you would be correct. Good job. Okay, so now that you've learned all about Mary Cassatt, you are going to view a demo and learn how to create art in her style. Okay, so here's the demo for the project for Mary Cassatt. So we learned all about her Impressionist style of painting and how she painted primarily women and children. And she was very good at making her figures have a nice, bold outline, nice, crisp outline. And so since this is a coloring page, the outline is already there. And so all you're going to have to do is fill in the coloring page in an Impressionist style. So that means you're going to use like pale colors, like a pale green, a pale yellow, and some light blues. Okay, so those are the colors that you're going to go for to fill in the Mary Cassatt coloring page. Okay, so here is the completed coloring page that I did for Mary Cassatt. And I chose some, just kept it in the blues, the greens, and some yellows, a little bit of brown. Just kept it relatively simple and gave it sort of my take on an Impressionist feel. So I hope that you enjoyed this project, learning about Mary Cassatt, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.